After the Christmas Day bombing in downtown Nashville, plans are underway to restore 2nd Avenue North.
Ron Gobbell is the project manager for the restoration project going on there, and Ron is kind enough to join us on the phone. Ron, what a huge task at hand.
Well, it was a terrible tragedy, but it is large, and there's a lot of people involved. But we're working on making progress.
How do you decide what is worth rebuilding, what is a loss, and how do we make this look just as great and historic as it did before?
Well, there's dozens of buildings damaged. Fortunately, the most of the buildings are in good shape, and as far as the appearance of the buildings, most of the damage is to windows and storefronts, which are easily rebuilt. The unfortunate part is near that blast zone there was major damage to 4 structures where their facades were lost. And our first step is to stabilize those structures so we don't have further deterioration. We've been working with the building owners on that and their engineers. And then after we get that done, then we'll be working with them about reconstruction. The buildings next to those are heavily damaged, but we think the facades are salvageable. And once you rebuild the street level and the windows, and I think from an appearance and use side, it'd be very similar.
Yeah.
To what was there before.
Ron, the 2nd Avenue, of course, is away from the river. Early on, I'd heard there was going to be some sort of effort to incorporate the river into the planning here. Is that still on the table, or was that something I just think I heard?
Yes, and what we're doing, just so you'll know, is we've got one of our focuses right now is stabilizing and doing the immediate things we have to do to get these building owners and the tenants and the residents back into their homes or their offices. Parallel to that, the planning department is starting a process of having community meetings and dealing with the area and how can we make things better. And the riverfront area, 1st Avenue, is going to be part of that visioning process. Fortunately, the riverfront area did not have major damage. The 1st Avenue side did not have major damage, except, again, there's some windows and some other things that are replaceable.
Ron, I know that it's a lot of moving parts. Is it too soon to talk about a timeline?
Well, I mean, we're going to have the next 3 or 4 months, particularly the area between Commerce and Church Street is going to be a major construction zone. The balance of that, other property owners are really doing an excellent job of stabilizing their buildings and getting them secure and working with their insurance companies about reconstruction. So I would say in 2 to 3, well, we have some retail operations that are open on 2nd Avenue now. So they're going to kind of gradually come online, but the most heavily damaged areas, it will be months, and in the 4 buildings that were truly challenged, it could be over a year before they're reconstructed. In the meantime, we're hoping to have this visioning sessions, it's not just one thing, ready in the middle of the summer, and we can talk about how to go from there as we reopen the street and try to make it better than it was before.
Well, I ran out of time, Ron, but we will have you back, or we will make sure that we publicize those meetings here at News 2. And thank you so much for your time and kind of giving us a feel for where things stand.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks. Call anytime. Thanks.
Okay.